Hello, this is Stan Lubeck. Welcome to Coaching Pit Stop. Today I want to talk about doing research. I love reading. I love reading books. I've purchased thousands of books in my lifetime. But one of the things that I enjoy doing is reading books for free. So I want to show you how I do that and then how I capture the content that I get from reading those books so that I can use them when I write blogs or make videos. I want to capture the content so that I can take it and use it. So let's first start with what I think is one of the greatest inventions of Benjamin Franklin. It's called the library. You know, I have a library card with the Los Angeles Public Library, and I've read, 100 books that I got for free from the Los Angeles Public Library. So let me walk through this process that I go through of obtaining books from the Los Angeles Public Library, and I can read them for 21 days. And so let's just type in here Wiersbe, W-I-E-R-S-B-E. I love Warren Wiersbe, so I'm going to find books by Warren Wiersbe that are ebooks. Okay, that's important because I want to download them to my computer and use them for 21. I don't want to have to go down to the library in Los Angeles to pick up these books. Okay, let's check out this one right here. It says 50 people every Christian should know. All right, I notice here that it says that it has a Kindle ebook. That's the best way to read books in my opinion. If I can read it on my Kindle, then that's a positive thing. Begin the download. I say I want to read it now with Kindle. It takes me to Amazon, and Amazon will allow me to check out this book because it has a relationship with the library. So evidently the library pays some money to be able to get these books. And so I go to Kindle for Mac. See, it's downloading the information. And now if I go to my Kindle application and I say library, this book is now in my Kindle library. Now I'm going to have 21 days to read this book. There it is, 50 people every Christian should know. So when I read this about Jonathan Edwards, I'm going to pay attention to some things that I want to highlight about his life. Well, let me highlight this right here. He was a courageous man who held to his biblical convictions, even though they cost him his church and loss of many friends. He stood with George Whitefield when many were opposing him. Edwards encouraged spiritual. So I'm going to highlight that. He encouraged spiritual awakening, even though he knew there would be excesses and abuses. Historians tell us that George Whitefield preached from 40 to 60 hours a week, a total of more than 18,000 sermons during 34 years of public ministry. He crossed the Atlantic 13 times and ministered extensively in the American colonies. He preached to thousands throughout Great Britain, and this included 3 trips to Ireland and 14 visits to Scotland. Okay, I want to highlight that. Now, once I have these, you'll notice these notes in the notebook are highlighted over here. Every time I highlight something, it's going to show up in this notebook. Now, how do I retrieve these things? Well, that's where you go to what's called notes and highlights. So here are those highlights on the web that Kindle, the Amazon Kindle, collects these. So anything I highlight, any book that I'm checking out, these highlights are going to stay even when the book goes back to the library at the end of 21 days. I'm still going to have these highlights. You can see I have highlighted a bunch of books. There's some great books that are available on the Los Angeles Public Library. I'm Being a Servant of God, How People Grow, Is Atheism Dead? This is a great book that I'm reading right now. There is a program called Bookcision, and this is a JavaScript tool that I use, and you'll find it in a link below. But when I click on Bookcision, it takes these highlights and allows me to download the highlights. That's what I'm doing right now. And then once they're downloaded, I can pull them up. See, here's the highlights. This is just a text file. Then I take this text file and I take this text and I copy it into my Obsidian file, and I can say people, Christians should know. Okay, and I put it into here. Now that it's in here, in my Obsidian file, I can access every one of these quotes. If there's quotes I want to use, and I can manipulate this and use it for blogs, for videos, for whatever I want to use these quotes for. Okay, I hope that helps. I'm just showing you that I can take a free book from the Los Angeles Public Library. I can highlight every one of the insights that I want to get from the book. Even though the book goes back to the library, I can have up to 10% of the book highlighted, which are the quotes that I want anyway, and I've collected them, and I've got them in a resource that I can access them and search them and find them. These are permanently available to me. And so I really don't care that the book goes back to the library after 21 days. I've got what I've extracted from the book and have saved it in a way that I can use it in the future. So I hope that helps you. God's best to you. Bye for now.